Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your quantum entanglement reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. So, you ready? Wait for this one. Okay, I'm gonna grab one more. So this is, of course, for Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and is always welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Cancer, and the message could actually be for you. So feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are timeless readings, and if you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And just wanted to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you for all the good karma donations. I appreciate it so, so much. Cancer. Okay, this is what I think is happening. All right. You've been putting in the effort in some way, shape, or form, okay? It's been a long, slow process for you. Whatever you've been working on, it's been really slow and steady. This is like patience, endurance. You've been putting in the work. And what's interesting is I actually feel like you might be feeling a little bit frustrated or stagnant because you have this interesting approach. Okay. Okay. What's happening is whether you know it or not, this is coming out in you because I'm sensing more of the shadow part of this. You're feeling discouraged, impatient, like you're kind of like feeling the stagnation of everything that you've been working at. Okay. Shadow side. You've been feeling like, I feel like you're feeling a little bit impatient and confused because here you are. You're like putting in the work. You're being really positive. Maybe you're even out in the spotlight. There could be something where you're, like you are going to come into this. It is in you. But there's something that you're not seeing about you and your process. Okay? You could also be dealing with another earth sign, like a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but for some reason I actually feel like this is you because I feel like what's happening, you've got your sights on this moving forward, maybe even travel, okay? You're waiting for almost like your big break. You're waiting for the wheel to turn. But listen to what I'm saying. You're waiting. You're like almost getting too caught up in a bit of a you're almost ignoring your own shadow emotions. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're trying to cover it up with all this positivity, but it's like here's what's interesting, Cancer. Okay, this could even be someone that you're dealing with, honestly. Because we've got that Sun card and the Sun of Rings. It's like you are being positive, but I keep seeing the shadow of this, okay? So what's happening is, Cancer, you could even be this could be someone that you're watching, okay? Let me just throw this out there. If this isn't you, this is someone that you might be dealing with, okay? So let me kind of take it in that direction and let me pull the archetype cards just to get a little bit more clarification, okay? So just bear with me for a second because I don't really want to say much more until I get to archetype clarifiers, okay? So hold on. There, I knew that was going to come out, okay? Interesting. Oh, this is so fascinating. Okay, we've got the womb and siren. Cancer, I feel like you're dealing with a person that is very magnetic in the way that they pull people in, okay? And it's in a very different way because it's in a very nurturing way. There could be someone that you're attracted to, and it's interesting because I would normally say, Cancer, that this is you, like the womb. That's such a Cancer freaking card. I love it because that has been so spot on in your reads lately, just like your nurturing side, because here you are, like you've just got this part of you where you like to nurture people, okay? But what's happening is because of, I feel like what you've been going through, you've felt maybe some stagnation and like things aren't moving forward. You might be maybe attracting someone that's possibly taking advantage of where you're at kind of vibrationally, that you might be in a vulnerable state and they are kind of taking advantage of that straight up because they don't want you to move forward. Okay, you might be a source of their happiness. You might be this to them, you know? So this is what they kind of do. The siren, right, in Greek mythology is all about someone who is able to draw you in a very magnetic way, okay? But here's my biggest question, Cancer. Like, if someone is coming into you and providing something for you to maybe, provide some type of generosity or something along those lines, why? Why are they doing it? And I know that sounds very maybe negative or skeptical or, like, oh, Jocelyn, like, why are you being so negative? People help each other. But why do people help each other? And you always have to look back on the vibrations, all right? Because if you're operating from some type of place of stagnation, right? You're putting in all this hard work and you're just like, if this is the case where you're not quite seeing your efforts yet, boom, someone's going to come in and pick up on you vibrationally, okay? And what they're going to do is they're already picking it up. And this is what happens, Cancer, is it almost becomes like a fishing line, okay? Bear with me. Actually, that's kind of crazy because look at, we've got like the fish tail right there. This is what happens, okay? You're dealing with a narcissist, like straight up. I know that I've been saying that a lot today, but this is what's happening, okay? What happens is you'll come across a narcissist. Everyone does in some way, shape, or form in their environment. They're everywhere, and we all are narcissistic to some degree. Let's just put that right out there. What happens is you're going to, based off of your vibration, you're feeling feeling desperate in some type of situation. You're trying to stay positive, but this is your shadow, okay? You've been at something for a really long time. You feel the impatience. You're like waiting for everything to turn around and for things to move forward. So because you're in this place, this type of vibration, and you're trying to cover it up with positivity, okay? So I'm not saying that's bad, but what's happening is you can't mask your shadow with positivity. It's going to actually suppress it even more, and it's going to create a bigger shadow, which enter the narcissist. So this is what happens is someone can usually come in and pull you in a multitude of ways. It's going to be tempting, okay? The siren is always a temptation. It's something that can draw in the fishermen and it sucks them in, right? It's that siren call. It's the thing that draws you in. So it's like dangling the thing that you're wanting the most in front of you. They're going to pick up on that, okay? They're going to be able to read it. This person, whoever this is, they're going to be able to tell what your deepest desire is, what the thing is that pulls at you the most. That's your biggest dream. And that's what I'm seeing is they're dangling the bait right in front of you, the thing that you want. Okay. So this person might come in with some type of an offer. It could be something where they're living in the place that maybe you want to live in. They're living the life that you want to live in. And what you might do, your shadow's going to come right out. Okay. This is where it becomes unconscious, because when you start to operate from the shadow, because you're coming from shame, guilt, and fear, there's some part of you that's feeling like this is a slow and steady process. It's all about the effort that you put into it. And especially if you're watching other people reach their potential and you're not quite there, that can cause even more frustration because you're wondering why it's happening for other people and not for you. So as you're watching that creates more of your shadow. And like I said, someone comes in because they're going to pull you. There's a place in your life where you feel disempowered. Okay, and this is how I always talk about this, because it goes back to that psychological phase of development. It's the narcissistic phase, where you either, based off of your dynamic in your family, because this applies to everyone, if you had some type of shame, guilt, and fear that you entangled with your parents, it's going to cause you to have either an allergy to power or an addiction to power. Okay, so say for instance, Cancer, that you have an allergy to power, you give your power away to other people, and the way that can sometimes look where you're relying on other people to take care of you in some way, shape, or form. Friends, family, something where you haven't completely claimed your independence, then what happens is it's gonna, here you are kind of in your nest, you know, there's somewhere where you're still feeling too uncomfortable to step out of the nest, to jump out of the womb where you feel the most comfortable. You're keeping yourself in a place of comfort, which is why things are still stagnant. You have to pull yourself out. You have to be the one to switch the wheel. Does that make sense? That's you taking your power back. Once you do that, okay, and this is why sometimes someone will come in and dangle the thing that you want the most in front of you, because like I said, your shadow is going to come out, and you might even start to use some type of manipulation that you're not meaning to, but sometimes you can use it out of desperation, because you're like, I'm not seeing any progress, and if the thing that you're wanting the most is being dangled in front of you, that is pretty freaking tempting. So this either could have already happened for you guys, or it is about to, okay? That's the freaking siren right there. Very tempting. It might involve world travel. Just throwing that out there with the World and the Chariot. So if that's something that you guys are wanting, you might full on attract someone that's gonna pick that up, okay? Because they're picking up on your vibration. They're picking up on the fact that you are in some way, shape, or form codependent, which is an addiction, okay? And because of that, they're going to use that to do something generous for you, okay? And then when they do something generous for you, you are under their control. Boom, straight up. 10 of Cups. I'm going to take it upside down. Don't get mad at me, guys, because I have been back and forth on whether I flip cards right side up or not. Okay. Chariot again. What they're going to do, this, to me, this right here, 10 of Cups upside down, that's love bombing. And if you guys don't know what that is, look it up. So this person is going to use this illusion to pull you in. But look how it's upside down, Cancer. It's the thing that you want the most, but it's an illusion, because the Emperor card, this person wants control. They're going to dominate you. And that's interesting, because this is your card, the Chariot card. Okay, so someone is going to use that to their advantage to keep you under their control. Okay, 3 of Swords. And eventually what's going to happen, because this is how it happens, you will be stuck. You'll have some type of heartbreak. Maybe you guys already have. This is someone that had maybe control over you in some way, shape, or form. They were dominant. It was their way or the highway, but it was highly manipulative, because they were using this illusion to project, like, to get you pretty much under their control, okay? They wanted you to be aligned into what they were wanting. Okay, because the Emperor has an empire. He's got his pawns set up. He's got everything strategically set up to serve him. This type of Emperor, okay? Because underneath the surface, this is what he's operating from, whether he knows it or not. So there's some suppression there. This is why, yeah. So what's going to happen is 10 of Swords, that's a dark night of the soul. That's betrayal. That's what you're going to be getting from this person, okay? Some of you might have already gone through this, and the good thing, if you have, then you are coming out of it. 10 of Swords, it means new hope, okay? It means that you're going to be pulling out of this. So what it means, Cancer, is that you need to entangle with this energy. This is you taking the power back, because this Emperor, he has that addiction to power, right? Because everything is energy. Every single personal relationship that we come in contact with is going to be a reflection of whether we're giving too much energy and we have a lack of boundaries, vice versa. So you having that type of lack within you is going to attract you this type of energy, an addiction to power, a person who has an addiction to it, okay? But this is your advice. This is your entanglement, is that you need to take your own power back. You need to become disciplined about like what you do, because you might become a slave to this person, or you already had, because there was a part of you that was still in the mode of taking your power back. You were still kind of like alchemizing and transforming that part of your own psyche. You've been working through that. That's been a part of your healing process. So Cancer, I'm going to dive into the extended with this. I know this is really specific, but if you guys want to join me over there, feel free. Just go down below, click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you on the other side. But Cancer, if this is where we leave things, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I'll see you in your next reading. Take care.